Welcome to our television viewers. Bedford High girls basketball tonight. The Bulldogs are hosting the Goffstown Grizzlies. And Bedford coming in undefeated. Goffstown with one mark record so far. That'll lost to Bishop Girton. For our radio listeners, you've been with us for a couple minutes. But for our TV viewers, you are just joining us now. My name's Lauren, alongside Corey Munster-Tiger as well as Zoe Santos, and we'll be bringing you all the action as the Bulldogs face, Corey, what is probably going to be their toughest opponent of the season.
Absolutely. As we were mentioning to our radio listeners, the closest game thus far has been a 15-point win at Exeter. Other than that, they've been margins of victory and very comfortable margins at that. Tonight we expect it a bit different.
Ava Winterburn for Goffstown, jumping center against Lana Goffstown, all wearing pink shoes and wearing the jerseys, white numbers. McCarthy taller than Winterburn, but it's a strangely equal matchup. She wins the tip, and Lila Stein winds up with the ball and underway. Looks down low to McCarthy, and the shot missed, but she is fouled. We'll see who that one was on.
Looked like Winterburn got in a hand and going to be on. Ava Winterburn picks up her first foul.
Well, that is going to be something to watch.
Sure, 9 seconds in and she's already got a foul. Star player, scorer.
As you mentioned earlier, for our she had 30 points in a game earlier this season, was the WMUR Athlete of the Week, and Lon misses that second free throw to the right. Winterburn with the rebound, and back the other way comes Goffstown. 1-0 Bedford, about 20 seconds in. Ball kicked over to the right, now over to the corner. So with it, now back up top to Meredith Winterburn. Looks down low to Ava Winterburn. The shot is good. And man, that was high degree of difficulty shot, falling away from it. Was not the Al Horford shot from last night, but
good finish. Again, lost her balance, was fading away from the basket and got it to go off the glass.
Down up 2-1, Sydney Grogan. That low arc jumper is good. Bulldogs.
Laser beam.
It is the Grogan laser show. Bedford on 2. About a minute in here in the first. Now one of the Goffstown players, Vaughn, does. Shot missed. Rebound taken. Goffstown. Vaughn with it again. Dribble. Layup. Got it. Good. And she was fouled there by Ava Dubo. Go to the line and shoot an and one.
They're going to call that on Lana. Lana mixes up her first foul. Vaughn will go to the line and try the natural three-point play.
For our viewers watching on TV, you saw it. Lana got caught with a hand in the cookie jar there. And the shot by Vaughn missed. Dubois seals her off nicely, gets the rebound, and Ava will dribble across the timeline over to Grogan on the far side. Now to Kate Allard, dribbles baseline, and up high off the glass for Kate. The bucket is good. Bedford on top, 5-4.
Beautiful little head fake there by Allard as she drove baseline, got her defender stunned as she threw a quick little fake and got some room.
Ball kicked up top to Sasso. Now looking, little turnaround jumper, no good. McCarthy fighting for the rebound. Stein fights for it too, and the officials say it was off the Bedford hands. And if a minute and 41 seconds are any indication, Bedford has their hands full tonight. Lead at 5-4. The student section has 2 people in it. One of them is related to me. And as Ava Vaughn drives, jumper off the glass is good. Actually, check that. That was Maggie Sasso. And she'll go to the line for an and one as well.
Stein picks up the foul there. Sasso
shot missed.
Free throw.
Dubois the rebound. Dribbles across the timeline over to Grogan on the right. Now down low to Stein. Back to Dubois outside the three-point line, to McCarthy outside the three-point line as well. Dribbles right, gets into the paint. Ball almost stolen from her. Fights to keep it alive, gets it to Grogan. And now Lila Stein calms things down up top. Lila dribbles into the paint, finds Lana McCarthy, and they say that Lana stepped on the baseline, out of bounds, turnover. Goffstown ball. They're on top 6-5. 5:49 left here in the first quarter of play.
Great scrappy defense there by Ava Ruggiero. She came over on the double team on Lana and caused that loose ball. They didn't get the ball on that particular loose ball, but again, great defensive play to mess things around.
Allard winds up with the rebound, goes coast to coast, or kind of coast to coast, almost continental. Gets a bucket high off the glass. Bedford on top, 7-6. That one a three-pointer. Boy, that would have been a kind roll if it went. Allard gets the rebound again, looks to McCarthy on the far side. A jumper from about 19, no good. Rebound taken there by Winterburn, and finds Ruggiero in the front court, who tries a layup, misses the shot. Dubois fouls her, and Ruggiero will go to the line and shoot two. Bedford on top here, 7-6, with 5:07 remaining here in the first.
A lot of fouls on players going to the hoop by the Bulldogs, right? We've seen a couple of and one opportunities, and now on the breakaway, Ruggiero had some time and space. Now she hits the front end. 3 team fouls by the Bulldogs just 3 minutes into this game.
This Goffstown team plays aggressively, a lot of speed. Second free throw missed. McCarthy gets the rebound and attempts a bounce pass to Grogan. A little bit of miscommunication. Grogan started back, McCarthy started forward, and the ball untouched. It will be a turnover. Goffstown ball, tied up 7 apiece.
Yeah, you could see on that replay that Grogan just was going the wrong direction, couldn't quite change her direction to get back to that outlet pass.
Meredith Winterburn gets it to her sister, stolen there by Sydney Grogan as Winterburn tries a dribble drive. Grogan quickly into the front court, over to Lila Stein for a three, and nothing but net for Lila. And the Bulldogs now lead at 10-7.
Fantastic rhythm jump shot by Stein there. Just got time and space along the arc there. Nicely in rhythm, pulled the trigger and buried it.
Stein fighting there for the ball with Ava Vaughn, and knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Goffstown ball on the near sideline. Bedford on top, 10-7.
Crowd filling in nicely here along the far bleachers, as you can see on the TV.
Ava Winterburn, little fall away jumper. Misses the shot. McCarthy the rebound to Grogan. Now to Stein in the front court. Stein, hot hand, takes the three, misses. McCarthy gets the rebound, gets a little bit of contact with Winterburn down low. And misses the shot, misses again, and then I think that's good luck in Haiti when that happens.
The referee was like, hold on, let me get a ball, and Kate Allard said, no, you know what, I'll tap that out. I got the hops.
If I was going to draw a comparison between players, for those who are listening on radio, if you're familiar with Kate Allard, Allard and Winterburn are similar body types, similar game. And it's interesting as McCarthy misses the first free throw, to get a little sneak preview of what Kate could materialize into is Vaughn comes out of the game and Caroline Foreman, a senior forward, comes in for the Grizzlies.
Interesting comparison there, Lauren, as you're absolutely right. Similar body type, similar agility, and similar height. So, if that's any indication for the Bulldogs, they're going to be excited about what Kate Allard becomes.
Ruggiero, bounce pass, finds Ava Winterburn, dribbles with the left hand, guarded by Allard. Allard blocks, Winterburn gets it back, misses, and then Sasso picks up the rebound on the near side and gets a kind roll over the rim, makes the shot. She's got now 4 for Goffstown that trails 10-9, 3:44 left in the first. Dubois dribbles in, kicks to Stein, now a jumper from Allard, and that one is good for Kate. She's got 4. Bulldogs on top, 12-9, 3.5 minutes. Multiple people telling me it's now 6, so I'm just going to go with your math. All right, we're good. We have trued it up. That's why
6 points for Allard.
That's why I don't work in accounting anymore.
It's all right.
It's been a long time since I had to do math. Jumper there from Ruggiero. Nice three from Ava Ruggiero. May have brought down rain. I hope not. I like the snow. And the ball game's tied a dozen apiece as we near the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Ball knocked, or an attempted pass, I should say, by Grogan, but
looked like Ruggiero got a hand on that.
That's what Grogan said too.
Yeah, but Grogan's follow through just guided that out of bounds. The stripes were right there, and they call it in favor of the Grizzlies.
Meredith Winterburn kicks it over to the far side. Sasso with it, dribbling with her right hand behind the back now, over to the corner to Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn, the younger, now to her sister Ava. Deep three, misses.
Great
Stein
box
seals
out.
off with a box out. Gets it to Dubois. Now to Allard in the front court. And what do you know? That one long off the iron. Rebound, Goffstown back the other way. Ava Winterburn on the fast break. And beautiful body control to get that bucket. Kevin Gibbs didn't like what he was seeing.
Like a gazelle.
And he will take a timeout. Boy, did she run the floor well.
Absolutely. Got out there, out in front of everybody, as you can see on the replay here, streaking along that left-hand side. Finished righty. As you mentioned during the call, excellent body control. That's tough to do as she's streaking down that left-hand side to make sure she gets it soft off the glass, but she did so and cashed for her second bucket of the game.
Sydney Grogan, who's starting on the court for the Bulldogs tonight, her senior project is a basketball fundraiser game featuring the talented unified basketball team of BHS against a collection of BHS teachers. And the unified basketball team is an assembly of students featuring kids with a mental or physical disability who love basketball and playing with friends. And Sydney is conducting that on St. Patrick's Day at 6 p.m. here at the gym. All proceeds go to the Special Olympics, and a bake sale tonight. I didn't see that on my way in. There were too many people around the table, but I will go between games. Between this game and the boys game, there will be a bake sale, so excited to see what they've had. That will be dinner tonight.
Well, how many brownies are you going to eat in the second half, buddy?
Well, it's 14-12, so I might eat more than that. Grogan almost traveled, got away with one, gets it to Stein, far side.
Grizzlies
now,
have bounced into a 2-3 zone defense.
Kick to the baseline. Dubois misses the shot against that 2-3. Grogan athletically gets the rebound over to Stein on the far side. Now to Lana McCarthy down low, almost touched the baseline with her heel. Now to Allard, ball fake, drives, and a little feathery shot from Kate Allard. She's got the ocho.
Little sidestep there on that drive, too, as she avoided the defender, got into the lane, and hit the little floater.
14 apiece here. Ava Winterburn dribbles right, guarded by Allard. Shot high off the glass, missed. McCarthy the rebound back the other way. This is a fun one so far.
Great defense there by Allard, too. She hits the shot down one end, goes down and plays excellent defense on Winterburn. Forces a hard shot and was paid off.
McCarthy drives, tries an up and under, misses. And a foul on the backcourt. They say Lila Stein committed it. And so quickly coming in will be Annie Zink. Goffstown with team shoes, or at least the starters are all in pink. For Bedford, the only one wearing pink is Zink.
Pink for Zink. All Bedford residents know about that. 14-14 is your score. Bulldogs in a bit of a half-court trap here. Trying to force turnovers. Ooh, looked like a little bit of a travel, and they get the turnover as it is.
Ava Dubois with it, brings it across the timeline, taking her time, yo-yoing up and down, tied at 14. Ava, nice left hand, no good. Annie Zink fights for the rebound, can't get it. Ava Vaughn secures it. She's used to doing that. She's the keeper on their soccer team this year, and very adept, I might add. Now Sasso drives and is fouled by Zink. And Sasso will go to the line and shoot two. She's got 4 so far. 14
Tough call on Zink. You see the crossover dribble, and they're going to call Zink with the body. It looked like maybe Lana McCarthy might have reached in there as you look at it on the replay. Zink was trying to keep her hands directly in the air, but still got called for the foul.
First one made there by Sasso. For Bedford, I think in about 24 minutes of court time, they may be happy that Lana didn't get whistled for that one. Now she makes her second. She's 2 of 3 on the game, and Sasso, she's got 6. Bedford trails by 2 with 45 seconds left here in the first. Ball to Allard, a 3 over on the near side is good. Rainbow for Kate. She's got 11. And the Bulldogs lead it by 1, 17-16.
Ooh, drag that pivot foot a little bit.
I wish we had somebody to track lead changes. Ruggiero, a deep 3, that one off the front iron. And fighting for the rebound, trying to save it as she flies out of bounds is Sasso. Sydney Grogan helps her get up, gives her a pat on the back.
Looks like she took a hard fall over there by the Bedford bench, but seems none worse the wear.
This is the Shaquille O'Neal substitution pattern. Penny Annis in, Winterburn out, so she gets the last minute down and gets the break in between quarters. Grogan over to the far side. Allard dumps it down low. McCarthy does a nice job to seal off, get the ball. Anna Stavropoulos fights. Now Zink with it. Harry telling me 8 lead changes so far. Thank you. Zink misses a layup. Stavropoulos gets it, misses the shot. Allard gets the rebound. It's stolen from her. And Bedford ends the quarter no bucket there, but it certainly wasn't for a lack of trying. Go ahead.
Bit of a scramble there under the offensive basket for the Bulldogs at the end there, and had a couple of shots at it, offensive rebounds, and couldn't quite get it to go. But they end the quarter 17-16 lead as we transition to the second quarter.
So we have Zoe Santos with us right now, and of course, you have seen this Bedford team play a lot so far this season. What are your takeaways after watching the first 8 minutes of basketball when they finally had somebody, when they punched, the other team punched back?
Yeah, it's definitely been very high intensity so far, I think, for the girls. They've handled it well, still being ahead in the game, 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. And I just think, especially with the crowd here, I feel like they're not used to that. It's a lot of high energy for them to deal with. And I think they've handled it so well so far, and I think if they continue it, they'll continue to play well.
So for you as a high school athlete, on a game when the stands are full versus a game when it's cold and there's nobody there, do you feel that? Do you feel a difference?
Yeah, it definitely does. I think Goffstown being rowdy has thrown off some of the players maybe just a little bit, but I think they'll be able to handle it well at the end and be able to block them out.
I like it.
Of course, both boys teams are here in attendance. Zoe, what do you think about Ava Vaughn's basketball game? Of course, you faced her this past fall on the soccer field. Curious about your analysis of her basketball game so far.
I think just like how she plays soccer, she's a very aggressive player in basketball as well. And as she shoots the three and makes it, it just shows the skill she has.
I will tell you,
she's a very intense player.
She was about as impressive of a keeper as we saw. Did they say she didn't cross the timeline, or did she carry?
I think that was the carry motion. Very similar to the over and back, but I don't know if we have a replay on that. It was very close to the half-court line.
Bill Carter, what was it? She carried.
Carried.
I'm glad we have rules expert Mike Pereira with us.
Steal.
Yeah, Kate Allard jumped the route right there. Sydney Grogan gets the pass. Now back to Allard, see if she can finish. She had a notion, but didn't. And now dribbles into the paint. Left hand, high off the glass, shot missed. Rebound taken there by Foreman, and Goffstown back the other way. Man, this feels like a real live high school basketball game as Winterburn goes to dribble, trips on Grogan, goes down, and that's a no call there. Does Bill Carter agree with the no call? Yes, he does agree. It's funny, we have all these personalities here we could use. Pure entertainment. Dribbling into the front court, Grogan. Bedford trailing 19-17. Or check that, yes. Yeah, trailing 19-17 after that three by Vaughn. And the rebound, Ruggiero dribbling into the front court now to Winterburn. Might have gotten away with a travel when she caught it. Regardless.
Allard did a great job getting a hand out. She knows Winterburn is a threat from three-point land.
And the sophomore is acquitting herself very well on defense against a real big senior threat. Great dribbling fake there by Ruggiero. Shot missed short, rebound taken, and the shot made after that miss. And another and one. Winterburn makes the shot, and she'll go to the line to try to complete the and one. The foul there called on Kate Allard, her first.
16 fouls now for the Bulldogs. The Grizzlies will be in a 1-and-1 situation for the next few, and the bonus for the remainder of the half.
That happened awfully quickly. Doesn't usually happen for the Bulldogs as Allard slips, loses the ball. Foreman with it. Gets it across the timeline to Meredith Winterburn. Now kicks it over to the far side, Vaughn. And Goffstown settles a bit with Ava Winterburn, who dribbles into the paint, spun, and they say that she was fouled, and she will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today.
Saw Sydney Grogan come over on the double team there, trying to catch Winterburn off guard.
First one made there by Winterburn. Goffstown on top 23-17. And the second one also good. So Winterburn now has 9. Bedford's got to right the ship. 6 minutes remain here in the first half. Ball to Allard over on the far side. Head fake, now kicks it to McCarthy outside the three-point line. Dribbling left is Lana, gets it over to Zink. Now Zink dribbles right, gets it back to Grogan up top. Grogan dribbles into the paint, fights through all the trees, misses the shot, but she's fouled and will go to the line and shoot a pair. Will Sydney.
Good aggressive drive there by Grogan. Put that ball under her arm like a running back and got hard to the basket.
A little bit of Darren Sproles.
Ava Vaughn picks up the foul there. Only the third team foul for the Grizzlies.
First one from Grogan. Misses off the back iron long. Bedford trails by 7, 24-17. And it is safe to say that this is their biggest deficit of the season. I don't have confirmation, but I have to imagine. Second one from Grogan. Off the back iron, but got a really kind roll. And now Goffstown comes back the other way. Bedford trailing by half a dozen. 5:40 left here in the first half. Bedford keying up their defensive intensity. Nice job by Anna Stavropoulos to pick up the defender. And they whistle Anna for the foul on Meredith Winterburn.
No. Yeah, Meredith Winterburn's going to get the foul.
She was a little bit out of control and kind of swung her left hand.
She did, pushed off going for that loose ball. And the official was right there saying that she pushed off with that left hand as she was diving to the floor.
So 2 now on the younger Winterburn. Grogan dribbles into the front court. Allard finds McCarthy on the cut, but they can't connect. Goffstown will take it off the turnover. And the Bulldogs trail by 6, 5:20 left here in the first. Sasso tried to spin move against McCarthy, blocks the shot. McCarthy now on the dribble, over to Allard, far side. Tried the step back J, or thought about it, didn't. Now Allard will dribble, gets it to McCarthy, tries to, can't. Bedford's having a real rough time getting the ball to Lana. That's really the deciding factor in the game. They're going to have to figure something else out.
Well, they're also forcing it down to her. You know, the Grizzlies are appropriately anticipating that's where the ball's going, and they're putting 2 and 3 players right on Lana. So they need to look for other options when they're on the offensive end.
Sasso shot misses. She tries to follow it. Can't do anything about it. It'll be Bulldog ball. Dribbling slowly toward half court is Sydney Grogan. Up top setting that pick, Kate Allard. Allard with a little jumper just inside the free throw line, and
smooth stroke.
Beautiful shot by Kate. She's got 13. The Bulldogs trail by 4, 4.5 left here in the first half.
I'll use your word that you like, feathery.
Feathery, it was feathery.
Right I don't there even from the free throw line. Nice little floater, beautiful follow through, and great backspin on that.
I don't even think it touched the net, period. It just went
through. Is that possible?
If it was, that was it.
Great shot. 13 for Allard now.
Ball knocked out by the Bulldogs. Goffstown ball underneath, leading Bedford by 4. The inbound pass into Winterburn at half court. Now dribbling with the left hand, guarded by Annie Zink. That's a big mismatch. Zink doing a great job to fight, but can't make herself 6'1" to get the rebound over Winterburn, and Winterburn finishes it. Now Allard, a little jumper from the elbow, makes it. Allard with 15. And in case you're wondering, Winterburn's got 11. The Bulldogs trail 26-22.
Good hedge there by Allard. Although they're getting the switch now on Winterburn. Winterburn's going to take advantage of her size. Misses the shot. Misses Stavropoulos with the defensive rebound.
Misses the turnaround. Anna dribbles quickly into the front court. Gets it to Allard over on the far side. Now to Grogan. Dribbles baseline. Tries a layup. Misses. Winds up getting it after it hits off a couple players. Tries to kick it up top. Can't. Ruggiero gets the steal. And kind of a ticky-tack foul they just called there on Kate Allard. That will send Ruggiero to the line shooting a 1-and-1.
Grogan got the offensive board there. I'm not quite sure why she didn't dribble out of trouble underneath. She must have felt she used her dribble. But I honestly didn't see her dribble. I'm not sure if you did.
She did. I think it was kind of being among the trees. She thought better of it, but we got a replay of that one. I don't know where the foul was that was on Kate Allard there, but regardless, it was called. We're going to get it again here. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. We didn't see it before that. She was pivoting underneath amongst the trees and couldn't quite get the dribble down as Ruggiero hits the first of this 1-and-1.
I wouldn't have wanted that either. Ruggiero makes the first one. She now has 5, make it 6. 3:27 left here in the first half. Bedford trailing by 6. Grogan dribbles into the front court, looks to McCarthy. McCarthy dribbles. Well, thought she was going to kick it to Allard. She didn't. Misses the layup. Zink fighting for the rebound.
Good call.
With Sasso, and they will say Bedford ball on the jump. And the Bulldogs will inbound underneath. Ava Dubois to do the work. Foul called on Penny Annis.
Trying to body up McCarthy on the inbound there, getting a little too physical.
Penny in the lane. Now McCarthy looking down low, can't find Ava Dubois, ball stolen. And Maggie Sasso will dribble across the timeline for Goffstown, guarded by McCarthy, dribbles baseline, kicks it to the corner to Penny Annis for a three. Buries it. And she absolutely buries it. Bedford now trails by 9, 2:55 left here in the first half of the game.
It's a good test here for the Bulldogs. We'll see how they react to this. It's a 9-point lead for the Grizzlies. The Bulldogs haven't found themselves in this situation this season yet. And it'll be a great test for them. See what their character is, see what their hustle is, see what their reaction is to being down at this point in the game.
Annis called for her second foul in as many possessions, getting on McCarthy's back and hanging on. And so Winterburn comes back into the game. The inbound pass to Allard, now to McCarthy outside to Zink. Zink dribbles, kicks to Dubois outside the three-point line on the near side. Ava with a crossover, now with the left hand high off the glass. Misses the shot, but she'll go to the line and shoot two. Ava fouled.
Sasso will pick up the foul.
Thank you.
Her first. Team 7, so both teams are in the bonus now. It was a quick few fouls by the Grizzlies. As you mentioned, 2 by Annis on consecutive possessions. And then this last one by Sasso puts them into the bonus. Next time, of course, Dubois is at the line for shooting foul 2. Gets the second of 2.
Her first point of the game, gets it within 8, 31-23. The Bulldogs trail Goffstown. Ruggiero tried to kick the ball up top. Great defense by Zink, but Goffstown winds up with it. Winterburn now to Vaughn up top. Dubois fighting for the ball. Down low with Goffstown, and nobody comes up with the ball. They say that somebody kicked it. Unclear who.
Soccer player Ava Dubois got her foot on it.
Used to finding the back of the net, not necessarily used to that. But as a result, it will be Goffstown ball. Bedford led 17-16 after our first 8 minutes. Now they trail 31-23. They've been outscored 14-7. So an unfamiliar position for these Bulldogs. And Corey, for you at this point, what's your recipe to get things back on track?
Change things up, right? Either impact the ball on defense, maybe change to a zone. They're really having more trouble on the offensive side than they've seen much in this season so far. As we talked about a few possessions ago, we're seeing double and triple teams down low on Lana McCarthy, so they have to look for other options. And Kate Allard has tried to fill that. She's got 15 points, but hasn't gotten much help from other areas of the team. So they have to look for other scoring options and try to get Lana into this game in other fashion.
Winterburn trying to inbound, does to Sasso. Now Winterburn with it, dribbles to her left. Guarded by Allard, misses the shot. Rebound taken by Goffstown. Sasso dribbles into the paint. McCarthy, steal there. Ball almost stolen from Grogan. Nothing doing. And Sydney looks to McCarthy up top now to Allard with a crossover dribble. Kicks it to Annie Zink. Looks down low to Ava Dubois off of Ava's hands. It'll be Goffstown ball underneath. Bulldogs trail 31-23, 1:52 left in the first. If you're enjoying the game, you can check out more BHS sports action from BCTV on your Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch the Amazon Fire TV as the Comcast Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. Ruggiero with it. Ball stolen there by Dubois. Quickly stolen back by Winterburn. Now stolen by Grogan.
Ping pong.
Now the ball rattling around on the floor. Grogan gets it. Dubois procures it. And
hugs that ball.
Somebody hang on to it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Ava Vaughn with it. Trust the keeper with the ball, right? McCarthy dribbles into the paint. Can't get a clean shot off. And Goffstown quickly dribbling into the front court. Ruggiero guarded by Allard. Vaughn might have gotten away with a travel. A little jumper for the baseline is good for Ava Vaughn. She's got 7. Bedford will take a timeout, trailing 33-23. A double-digit deficit for the Bulldogs. And if you are listening to the game tonight on WBNH, you can listen online as well, wbnh.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. Just tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1. What if Alexa says no? I don't think so.
You have the bad version of the software, that's
yes.
Crafty move there by Ava Vaughn there. It looked like she was attracting a double team right by the baseline, gave a quick head fake, stepped around on a dribble, buried that baseline jumper, and puts the Grizzlies up 10.
So for Vaughn, she has been tough. She is nothing if not athletic. We've absolutely seen that from her. If memory serves correctly, on the day that Bedford beat Goffstown in soccer, it was a close game until late, but against the Bedford offense, if you can keep that close as the keeper, and she certainly had to do some work to do that.
I have a soft spot in my heart for multi-sport athletes. Love to see it. A lot of specialization going on these days, which, you know, for certain kids that's appropriate, but love to see the kids participating and excelling in multiple sports.
Way more fun to do a bunch of different things. Ball kicked down low to McCarthy. Can't connect. Sasso with it, dribbling across the timeline. Now to Ruggiero. Ruggiero back to Sasso outside the three-point line. Looking, trying to find anybody, and instead finds Meredith Winterburn. Dribbles with the right hand. Now back to Ruggiero outside the three-point line. Bedford trails by 10. 45 seconds left in the first. Deep three taken by Meredith Winterburn. Misses off the back iron. Allard the rebound to Dubois. Now to Annie Zink on the fast break. Her shot misses. McCarthy gets the rebound. She can't get it to fall in. And now Lana is fouled by Winterburn. That's her second for Ava Winterburn. And Lana will go to the line and shoot two. But man, you'd really rather have the basket, get it the easy way.
Yeah, McCarthy's touch has just been off tonight, and it's an unusual scene as she's normally very sure-handed underneath catching the ball and has such a soft touch around the rim, finishes righty and lefty normally. Just tonight she's been snake-bitten, has shots going off of the rim, off of the backboard. Just not her night so far. Another half to go, but first half's been a bit rough for Lana.
Free throw missed, and it'll be Lila Stein in for Annie Zink. Zink always brings the high energy. We know she does it on the soccer field as well. Another multi-sport athlete for you there. Lana McCarthy's second free throw. That one is good. Lana has made 2 of 6 now in the game. Those were her lone points. And Bedford trails by 9. You'd love a steal and a basket to close things off here in the first half. Find a little bit of way to get some momentum. Behind the back is Vaughn. And now the ball to Sasso, dribbling with the left hand into the paint. McCarthy does a nice job to divert the shot, but the rebound taken by Goffstown, and the shot taken by Winterburn is good. Goffstown leading by 11. Bedford with it in the waning seconds of the first. Grogan a runner, no good. Grogan gets the rebound, goes up, is fouled, and will go to the line and shoot 2. And this is going to be interesting. Foul on Ruggiero. That is her first.
Tough call there, kind of a phantom call. I didn't see much. Grogan did well to get the offensive board and get it back up on the glass, but I didn't see it from my angle. Bulldogs benefit there.
Grogan's free throw missed, and the Bulldogs now are 4 of 12 from the charity stripe tonight. It's one of those situations where if you can shoot even 75%, this one's a 6-point game. Now it's an 11-point game. You're not doing yourself any favors, not knocking down those charity shots. Grogan's second one is good. And 9/10 of a second. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen, sure enough. So after 2, Goffstown on top by 10. Our scoring for the Goffstown Grizzlies, leading the way, Ava Winterburn. She has 11. Ava Vaughn with 7. Ava Ruggiero with 6. Maggie Sasso also with 6. Penny Annis with 3. Meredith Winterburn with 2. And for the Bulldogs of Bedford, Kate Allard, shoulders probably tired from carrying these guys. Allard with 15. Sydney Grogan with 4, Lila Stein with 3, Ava Dubois with 1, and Lana McCarthy with 2. So Zoe, after our first 16 minutes of basketball, for you, what would be the keys for Bedford to get back in the game?
I definitely think it's more the offensive side. Obviously, Goffstown is 10 up, but I think they've been keeping up the intensity well. It's just more finding each other underneath the basket and connecting passes better when it comes to the offensive side, because they've gotten in and around them, but I think that Goffstown has just been playing a very good zone at this point that's been keeping them on the outside and making it a little hard for them to go to the basket as well as they'd like.
Makes sense. Now, for you as somebody who's been in there as a manager with the team, how calm do you think it's going to be at halftime?
I don't know. It can get a little riled up in there at times, and I think it'll definitely be a lot, but hopefully it will fire them up to come out better in the second half.
Corey, anything you want to add before we send off?
Totally agree. It's offensive end. Again, we just talked about it as Lana was on the free throw line there late in the first half. She's got to get it going. She's their scoring leader. She's been a little bit off in the first half. She needs to get it together for the second half to at least chip in a little bit, help Allard on the offensive side of the ball here.
So with that, a tough first 16 minutes of basketball for the Bulldogs. After that first half, they trail 35-25. We will send it back to the BCTV studios for a little bit of radio. Back here in about 10 minutes for the second half of Bedford Bulldog girls basketball. Welcome back to the Bedford High Gym. Lauren Fox, Corey Munster-Tiger, Zoe Santos, Bill Carter, Harry Kozlowski, Andrew Fenn, Bill Jennings texting from home, calling a girls basketball game here. The Bulldogs trail 35-25, and Corey, kind of a surprise. We knew that Goffstown was going to be good going in. We knew that this one was going to be a game, but man, I don't think we thought it was going to be as close as it was.
Absolutely. Again, the Bulldogs have struggled on the offensive end in the first half. Interesting to see what kinds of adjustments they make, whether or not they reposition certain players, they start shooting from different angles, passing the ball, waiting for their sets to develop a little bit more. We'll see what kinds of adjustments there are.
Goffstown with it to start the second half. The crowd's starting to fill in a bit. The boys' game starts at 7:30. We'll have that action for you as well. Ball kicked out to Goffstown's Ava Vaughn up top. And kicked over to the far side. Meredith Winterburn's 3, no good. Ava Dubois fights for the rebound and gets it to the point guard, Sydney Grogan, and Bedford will dribble across the timeline over to Lila Stein on the far side. Bedford going left to right on your radio dial, finds Lana McCarthy down low, and that's going to be the recipe. Starts with Lana. She had 2 in the first half. She's got 2 in the first 37 seconds of the second. Ava Dubois, victim of a moving screen up top, I should know. And ball stolen there by Sydney Grogan. You're not moving if they don't call the foul. Lila Stein, a jumper from the far side for 3, no good. McCarthy the rebound, and she finds a shot that rattles around, goes in. Lana now with 4 in the second, 6 overall. Bedford trails by 6.
That's how the Bulldogs are going to get back into this. Turnovers and cashing in on their opportunities. First possession, they redirected to the weak side and got a great entry pass inside to Lana.
Winterburn's 3 off the glass, no good. Allard with the rebound, dribbles into the front court, looks to Lana McCarthy down low. McCarthy had a shot at it, might have been all ball from the younger Winterburn. Bill Carter gave me a knowing glance. But regardless, the foul called on Meredith Winterburn. That is her 3rd. Lana McCarthy, 2 of 6 on the night from the charity stripe, will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Bulldogs have come out with some amped up energy. A little bit more urgency here in the second half, which was absolutely needed. Goffstown's going to try to weather the storm here in the opening minutes of the third quarter.
First free throw missed. Bedford trailing 35-29. The second one is high off the glass and good. And Bedford now gets back to within 5. We had 8 lead changes early on, and then Goffstown amassed a big lead. They were up by as many as 11. Ball kicked over to the near side. Caroline Foreman, her shot no good. Vaughn keeps it alive on the baseline. Sasso with it, dribbles into the paint, kicks it to Winterburn. Guarded there by Ava Dubois. That a bit of a mismatch, and they call a player control foul on Winterburn, lowering the shoulder against the much smaller Dubois. And great job by Ava to cause that foul. And for Winterburn, A little bit of trouble for her. Now that was her third.
Oof. As you saw on the replay there, it looks like it was just body to body, and Dubois lost her balance, got the benefit of the call.
Ball down low. McCarthy misses the shot, keeps it alive.
Gets a foul on the loose ball.
They call that
triple
one on Lana.
Team on Lana, yeah. And she couldn't quite get the lay-in to go. You could see her swipe at the rebound here, and she'll get the loose ball foul.
Fair enough. This game being simulcast on Goffstown as well as Nashua TV. For those who are interested. And I guess the other thing, we talked about Sydney Grogan's fundraiser here at the Bedford High Gym for Special Olympics, and I will say the bake sale is as good of a bake sale as I've ever experienced. Cupcakes, cookies, dipped pretzels, Rice Krispie treats dipped in chocolate.
Oh man, I had one of those sugar cookies at halftime.
Oh,
delicious.
Dude, they're cooked perfectly. There's just enough like not done.
Oh my gosh.
Rare, like medium rare cookies.
Are you like Duff on the kids baking championship right now? You're
no,
just like a food critic. I love it.
No, I'm not. I use the phrase just about not done.
Well, no, well, yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Trust me. You don't want me in the kitchen baking.
We obviously need you tasting.
I can cook. I'm happy to taste. So, the big event for Special Olympics is the game on March 17th at 6 p.m. between the Bedford Unified Basketball Team and the Bedford High Teachers here at the gym. All proceeds from that game will go to the Special Olympics. So, a great effort by Sydney Grogan in raising money for Special Olympics, and it's always nice when you see the senior projects that have tangible value to them. Certainly impressive, and we would expect absolutely nothing less from Sydney. We have a senior project sitting right next to us, Zoe Santos, who is learning the not-so-fine arts of broadcasting. Bedford trails 35-30, 6 minutes left here in the third. Ruggiero, a little jumper just inside the free throw line, no good. McCarthy the rebound. Grogan, now Stein trying to find Allard in the corner. Nobody puts Allard in the corner. And it goes off of a Goffstown mitt. It'll be Bedford ball inbounding from the far side. Stein.
What'd you say, baby?
Ava. I carried a watermelon. Allard, ball fake, dribbles at the left into the paint. Shot misses. Lana gets the rebound, misses the shot. Now fighting. Grogan somehow emerges from that scrum with the basketball.
Ava Winterburn is going to pick up her fourth foul.
Oh boy, that's going to be a game changer. And Stephen Largy looks down to his bench and finds Penny Annis, who's not in foul trouble herself either. She picked up 2 in 2 possessions in the first half. And 5:34 in, the star for Goffstown, Ava Winterburn, out of the game. Allard looks, finds McCarthy down low.
Triple team.
Triple team again, high off the glass, makes the shot. Lana with 7 here in the third. 9 overall. Bedford trails 35-32. 5:18 left here in quarter number 3.
This is where Marv Albert would say, and it's a 3-point game.
I can't do that. I'm not equipped. Into the front court, Allard head fake, kicks it over to the far side. Stein thought about a 3, held up. Now back to Grogan up top. Grogan over to the corner to Ava Dubois. Locks and loads a 3 off the front iron. No good. McCarthy gets the rebound, kept alive by Allard. Now pass into the backcourt, and they will say over and back. It'll be Goffstown ball after that turnover. 4:52 remaining here in the third.
Urgency yet patience on the offensive end. It sounds kind of like an oxymoron, but it is working. They're seeing the immediacy of the moment, taking shots that are appropriate, chasing down loose balls on the offensive rebounds, and getting their opportunities.
Ruggiero tried to find Annis. Annis couldn't find the handle. Now a really deep 3 from Ruggiero that was almost a hook shot from the 3-point line.
Hustle by Sasso on the offensive board.
That was some good hustle and fight by Sasso. They're looking down low to Annis, guarded by Dubois. Everybody saw the mismatch except for Sasso. Upcoming games coming. Girls basketball Tuesday against Portsmouth. Boys basketball Friday the 27th against Keene. Boys ice hockey Saturday the 28th against Concord at 11 a.m. McCarthy dribbles with the left, guarded closely again, fighting on the floor for the ball, and the ball pops around. A foul called there on Ava Dubois, and for Ava that's foul number 2. Catch the games locally on Comcast Channel 23 or HD 1072, Bedford 1051, or bedfordtv.com.
Coach Gibbs wanted to travel there as the Grizzlies player was on the ground and rolled away from pressure on the ground. That's a great lacrosse move, but if you're on the ground on the basketball court, that's a travel.
As somebody who's played both of those sports, a multi-sport athlete, you would know. Foreman's three, no good. Rebound from Sasso flying in, keeping that possession alive. Her team leads 35-32, 3:48 left in the first half, and Sasso, wonderful body control and a hook shot for her. Goffstown's first points of the game make it 37-32. Well, first points of the second half, I should say.
Great patience by Sasso, pivoting away from pressure. Got off a little baby hook in the lane.
Grogan down low to McCarthy, passes out to Stein. Now Stein drives, shot missed. McCarthy, the rebound, will go to the line after she's fouled.
Sasso will pick up that foul. That's her second. 4 team fouls on the Grizzlies in the second half here. McCarthy struggled from the line tonight.
She is
3 of 8 now.
3 of 9.
3 of 9 you have?
Yes. 10. Rough one from the stripe for McCarthy, but she'll get another shot at it. Just getting the kinks out. And that one off the back iron, no good.
Another kink.
Rebound to Ruggiero, dribbles into the front court, tries to beat Grogan off the spin, can't. Ooh. And a foul called on the ground. The question is, is it on Grogan or it's McCarthy?
Oh, wow, they called
got
McCarthy.
It on.
Jeez.
So for Lana, that is her third. Meredith Winterburn coming back into the game. Coach Gibbs yells Lana and shows her 3. I think she knows too.
Yeah, and she's a good enough player to be able to play defense without fouling. She can measure her defensive effort and level of risk that she wants to take as Ruggiero buries a 3.
3-point J from Ruggiero, and Bedford, which trailed by 12 at or 10 at the half, got within 3. And now Goffstown has put up 5 in a row. Grogan's jumper misses, has another chance at one, can't make that shot. McCarthy the rebound, and off the glass for Lana, gets the bucket. She's got 9.
That's the strength and aggression that you expect to see out of Lana. Her exerting her will on this game now. She has 9 points here in the third quarter.
She's got the only points of the quarter for the Bulldogs, who trail at 40-34. Now Ruggiero, head fake, shoots from on the three-point line. Step back, no good. McCarthy the rebound to Grogan on the outlet. Grogan looking right, finds Allard. Allard a little jumper from the elbow. That one is long. McCarthy gets the rebound, can't convert. Dubois gets that rebound, she can't convert. And now fighting for the ball down low is Bedford, and I'm guessing they're going to call it on Ava, but we have a Goffstown player on the ground. It's Foreman.
Foreman hit her head as she went down. I think she hit her head right there on the court. Ouch. Ouch. Says she's okay as she walks to the sideline, but that did not look like it was comfortable. In the meantime, Ava Dubois picks up her 3rd foul.
Bedford started the second half on a 7-0 run, closed within 3. And now Goffstown has extended their lead to 40-34. Foreman is good. Eric Gelinas, the athletic trainer for the Bulldogs, checks on her and makes sure that she's okay.
Appropriately so. They substituted her out as everybody had eyes on that. She hit her head on the court, so out of the abundance of caution.
And Eric is about as good as they come. Ball stolen there by Lila Stein. Now finds Annie Zink on the fast break. Shot missed. And a bit of a late foul. I think the ref was trying to see whether that ball went in.
Penny Annis picks up the foul. That's her 3rd.
That's a little bit of trouble. The 2 bigs for Goffstown. Now Winterburn with 4, Ava Winterburn has, and Penny Annis with 3. 2:15 left here in the third period. Bedford trailing 40-34. Annie Zink's free throw, no good.
Intensity level has certainly picked up here in the third quarter. As we mentioned, the stands are filling in.
Zink makes the second one, does Annie. Bedford
student section is filling in too, and the Bulldogs get another turnover here.
Big turnover for Bedford, just a pass that went awry. The Bulldogs 7 of 18 from the line in this one. Zink looks to Stein across the court. Dribbles with the left, now looks up top to Grogan, now back to Stein, down low to McCarthy. Lana passes out to Zink. Now Allard with the left hand, dribbles, and the ball knocked away from her, and it will be a Bedford ball. Corey thinks foul, I agree.
Allard made a
Can't win them all.
great play. Little drive towards the baseline, gathered, picked up the ball, and I thought she got whacked on the wrist, but officials were right there. Didn't feel the same.
Is there a reason we have 3 officials tonight?
Good question. McCarthy throws a
McCarthy
tough one
misses the shot. Sasso the rebound. Dribbles into the front court for Goffstown.
It could be that every other game in the state was canceled tonight, so.
Possibly. Bedford with the steal, winds up in the hands of McCarthy. Now to Grogan. Grogan into the front court to Allard. Allard thinks about a J from the three-point line, doesn't take it, and is fouled as she attempts the left-handed runner in the paint. And will go to the line and shoot 2 will Kate Allard. And the foul called there on Ruggiero. That is her second.
I love the aggressive play there by Allard, right? We're having trouble with jump shots at this point in time, so the Bulldogs need to get to the line or get to the hoop, and Allard takes it into her own hands, gets a friendly bounce there on the first, and that gives her 16 for the game.
Foreman coming back into the game and comes back in for Sasso.
Great to see that. No ill effects from that earlier crash to the floor and bumping the back of her head right there in the middle of the lane.
Looked worse on slow motion too. Allard with the second one, nothing but net. She has made 2. Bedford 9 of 18 from the line and gets the game within 3, 40-37. 1:10 left here in quarter number 3. Annie Zink, great job knocking the ball away from Foreman. Now it's Lila Stein fighting for the ball, and she can't save it.
It's great hustle.
She knocked it out of the hands of Ava Vaughn.
That's the defensive intensity I was talking about, right? Make every pass hard.
Man, you look at the team that's out there right now. You got Grogan, Stein, and Zink. That's a lot of defensive intensity.
Yeah. Along with the 2 tall players with McCarthy and Allard. I mean, that's tough.
A couple of Energizer bunnies out there, a trio of Energizer bunnies, I should say.
Grizzlies have only scored 5 points here in the third quarter as a result of that intensity on the defensive end. Coach Largy sees it as the Grizzlies are in trouble on that far sideline. He says, okay, enough of that. Let's take a timeout.
Vaughn tried to do or whatever she could to get Lila Stein out of the way. It was like she needed bug spray or something. She just couldn't get her to.
I'm not quite sure that would work.
You think it might. I mean,
maybe some deep.
In summer, maybe. Looking for where you can find upcoming Bedford Bulldogs games, BCTV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers a New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule listing games from all across the state. Our peers in other communities may be covering your away games live on their channels and live streams. Find Bedford Bulldogs game coverage and more at nhccm.org/network.
Right at the end of the first half, Ava Dubois went over to the training table as she had a cut on her hand. She's visiting that same table again, getting the bandage repaired. Trots back over to the Bedford bench.
Does Bill Carter know why we have 3 officials tonight? Why do we have 3 officials tonight? Bedford trails by 3, 40-37. Pass inbounded to Ava Vaughn, who did a nice job to go up the ladder and get it. Vaughn dribbling on the far sideline, double teamed. Ball stolen by Stein. It's on the floor. Jump ball. And I believe this one will go to Bedford. Am I correct?
I can't see the possession arrow from here, but the near side official is pointing in Bedford's favor, so that's what we're going to see. Lana McCarthy checks back in for Annie Zink.
Goffstown got it out at halftime, so the Bulldogs will take it now.
As far as the 3 officials, Bill Carter confirmed its availability, and that to me means because every other game was canceled in the state, why not have a 3-man crew here tonight?
I will say we talk about it a lot during soccer. that it's different in the playoffs, so maybe this gives these guys a little bit of a playoff flavor. Left-hand shot by McCarthy, no good. Allard got the rebound, no idea how.
Wow.
And then a feathery shot, just for you, Corey, into the basket by Kate Allard. She's got 4 here on the third, 19 on the night. And Bedford all of a sudden trails by only 1.
And it's a 1-point game.
That was a slow materialization, but yes. Ruggiero over on the far side, guarded by McCarthy. Shot no good. Stavropoulos with the rebound, and that will do it for us here at 3. But, man, I'll tell you, the Bulldogs trailed 35-25 at the half. Now it's 40-39, so they outscored Goffstown here in the third, 14-5. And that's kind of what the doctor ordered. So, Zoe, what did you see that was different in the third quarter the Bulldogs were able to do?
Like I said, I hope that they would come out intense, and they definitely did. They started off strong in the first minute, and I think they just kept up the offense throughout the whole quarter and definitely shut down on defense, as they only let up 5 points in this quarter after coming back.
Do you think Coach Gibbs was looking for a little bit more defensive intensity and trying to sort of ratchet up the pressure on Goffstown there?
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you notice, he was always like, don't foul, and he was making sure that they played high, but watching their fouls, since they definitely got into foul trouble in the first quarter.
Thank you. Spot on. Zoe Santos for her senior project, learning to broadcast sports. Corey Munster Tiger for his mid-40s project.
Still learning to broadcast sports.
I can't hear myself. My return went away.
Yeah, awkward there. I can't hear Lauren anymore. Perhaps his headset got disconnected momentarily, but we'll fill it in for now. Still out. I'll take it over till we get that headset figured out. The Grizzlies will inbound on the far sideline. That's Meredith Winterburn into the backcourt for Maggie Sasso.
Problem solved. We're back. Dribbling Sasso. Goffstown leads by 1, guarded closely by Dubois. Layup in the lane is good from Sasso. She has 10 now. And we have 7:40 left here in the game. Grogan dribbling. They'll call a trip on Ruggiero.
That'll put Grogan on the line as the Bulldogs are in the bonus.
Interesting. So Grogan will go to the line and shoot 2. She is 2 of 4 from the stripe tonight, has 4 in the game so far.
And now Ava Winterburn checks back in for the Grizzlies with 4 fouls.
Playing with 4, and the Bulldogs have an increased focus on Lana McCarthy down low, so we'll see how that plays out if they're able to bait Winterburn into the 5th. Grogan misses the front end of the 1-and-1. That's a big one. And fights for the rebound on the floor. McCarthy gets it after Grogan fights for it. Now Bedford kicks the ball around. Down low to Grogan. A little jumper from the baseline is good for Sydney. She has half a dozen. The Bulldogs trail 42-41. Wow. Boy, oh boy. Amazing play by Kate Allard on that fast break.
Let's see that
Eyes
replay.
in the back of her head. Kate Allard just stuck up her right hand and knocked the ball away, but unfortunately she wound up with the ball and she was standing out of bounds.
Fair enough.
But regardless, the fast break did not matter. Bulldogs trail by 1, 42-41. Winterburn's jumper, no good. McCarthy the rebound to Grogan, to Stein in the front court. Looking down low to Dubois. Pass with not a whole lot of mustard on it, stolen by Goffstown. Now Ruggiero's left-handed layup, no good. Thank you, Sydney Grogan and Lana McCarthy for the defense. And now Grogan with it in the front court, over to Stein. Stein dribbles right, now back left again, looks to Dubois. Ava dumps it into Lana McCarthy, little hook shot, no good. Lana gets the rebound, fighting for it, and able to get it back in as Lana McCarthy, and now the Bulldogs lead it 43-42.
The Bulldogs need to go to that matchup every single time. If Ava Winterburn is going to guard McCarthy with 4 fouls, that's your matchup. Kate Allard picks up a foul here. Running
3.
through the screen. That's
Doesn't
a tough
feel good
one.
if you're the one setting the screen, that's for sure.
Tough call there, too. I mean, she didn't really bury her shoulder into Ruggiero, but Ruggiero fell down, and the referees felt there was enough contact there to call the foul. 14 fouls for the Bulldogs now.
Goffstown with 7, as we mentioned. The official's not ready for primetime yet. I feel like he's done our men's league games before.
Wow.
The official walking toward half court.
Man, there's 12 fouls already here in the second half. That's more than we get called an entire season for the men's league, but that's okay. We love Johnny and Andy too.
Yes. Yep. Those guys I do miss. And Andy is a soccer official.
He sure is. Yeah, sure is. You see him roaming the fields as well during the fall.
Man's still in great shape. Sasso dribbling with her right. Now over to the far side. Thinks about it, Jay. Thinks better of it. Winterburn from about 22. It's no good. And knocked off of the hands of Ruggiero.
Not a bad shot. She has that range, but that one was wayward. Shot the air ball, and it went off of the Grizzlies player's hands underneath.
Bedford outscoring Goffstown 18-7 here in the second half. 6 minutes left in the game. The Bulldogs on top by 1. Dubois to Stein in the corner. Now look over to the near side. McCarthy had something open, and Kate Allard realized that she only had one on her and wound up driving baseline and getting the bucket. Did Kate? Now Goffstown quickly dribbling into the front court as Winterburn. The ball knocked away by Dubois.
Ooh. Speed by Ava Dubois as she tracked that down from behind, poked it free.
That was like Wild Kingdom.
Cheetah.
The cheetah finds the zebra.
Zeroing in on her prey.
Yep. Winterburn catches the inbound pass. A little feathery fadeaway jumper is good. Her first points of the second half. And the Bulldogs see their lead cut to 1, 45-44.
Need an entry pass into Lana.
Ball to Allard for a big three, Kate Allard.
Yeah, Allard says no entry pass. I'm going to bury a three. Here we go.
Allard with 24 in the game so far. Ava Winterburn falling, rolling, draws the foul against Kate Allard. And will go to the line and shoot 2. I didn't see it either. That for Kate is 4. So Coach Gibbs has a decision to make now. Do you leave Kate Allard out there with 4? And he's going to call a timeout, ice the kicker, and take some time to make that decision.
Tough call there on Allard. I thought she had good position. Her hands were straight up, but the fall to the ground by Winterburn drew some added attention, and the officials pay it off. So Winterburn will go to the line. That'll
happen from time to time. BCTV's live channels, and again, Allard had good position on that one. We saw it the left hand, but she certainly did draw the foul. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television from your app store today.
It's a great app, too. You have it yet?
No,
I don't. Yes. Just say yes.
I don't, but I will now.
Just say yes.
You think I would have read that read enough times that I would have said, I need to do that.
But you got to download the app, man.
Epic fail. Bulldogs on top by 4, 48-44. First one from Winterburn is good. The attempt to ice the kicker did not work. That will give Winterburn 14 on the game. And the second one is also good. She is 5 of 5 from the stripe. Goffstown back within 2, 5:19 left here in the game.
There it is. Get the entry pass.
Looking down low, McCarthy with 1 on her, now
Triple.
with 3 on her. Boy, exactly. Oh boy. Over to the far side, Lila Stein, a 3-pointer, no good, way long. And it'll be Goffstown ball as that goes out of bounds.
You know, early in that possession, they did have Lana on just one-on-one coverage. That's when they need to make that pass. Great steal here by Sydney Grogan now.
Grogan steals it, converts the layup, and she's got 8, and the Bulldogs lead 50-46. Right back the other way, Ava Winterburn, and Sydney Grogan knocks it away from behind Winterburn. It'll be Goffstown ball underneath, but regardless, great pursuit and chase by Grogan.
Multiple cheetahs on this Bedford defense.
She closed quick. If you're watching on TV, you see it, but she closed awfully quickly. Now the ball kicked over to the near side to Meredith Winterburn. A little hesitation, guarded there by McCarthy to Vaughn. Every time I say Vaughn, I want to say Vaughn, like it's Major League, but no. See that picture of Ryan over there? Give him the heater. Forget about the curveball, Ricky. In the lane is Winterburn, turns
Good
around,
adjustment.
misses the shot. Ava Dubois the rebound for Bedford. She'll take it herself, dribble into the front court. Well, Ava looks to Lila Stein, now down low to Lana McCarthy. Little spin move for Lana is good. And a timeout called by Goffstown. Bedford with their biggest lead of the game. 52-46. And again, for those of us who might, or for those of you, I was here the whole time, who might be joining us a little bit late, Bedford trailed at the half 35-25. And since then, they've outscored Goffstown 27-11.
Scrapped back into it, particularly in the third quarter there, as they brought it to within 1. And now they're focusing on getting it down into Lana McCarthy, who has 13 points here in the second half, particularly early in the possession. If they wait a little bit too long, we saw it, I think, 2 possessions ago. She was trying to post up 3 Grizzly defenders right near her. When they can get her isolated early in the possession, it's paying off.
Absolutely is. And you know what else pays off? Checking out BHS Sports Action from Community.
I love it.
Community Television.
Great transition.
On your Apple, it was awful. Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch on Amazon Fire via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. And if you want to listen to us on radio, well, you can do that using your computer, which is counterintuitive because radios are really cheap, but whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do. WBNH.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. Just tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1.
Put it on your phone, too.
Yes.
You got the streaming link. Stick it on. Put your Bluetooth on in the car if your car doesn't have a radio.
My car doesn't have Bluetooth.
Or if you're out of range.
Meredith Winterburn
right
dribbling into the front court, now looks to Ruggiero up top. Ruggiero dribbling. Bedford on top, 52-46, 3:50 left here in the game. Winterburn to Winterburn. Now Ava Winterburn, a deep 3, and now one high off the glass. I didn't hear her call bank, but they'll still give her the bucket. She's got 18, cuts the lead to Bedford 52, Goffstown 49.
There it is.
Ball down low, McCarthy with it. Left hand is good for Lana. She's got 6 here in the quarter. She's got 15 in the second half. Give her 17 overall in the game. And now Goffstown trying the fast break. Winterburn attempting to find Ava Vaughn. Knocked away there by Lila Stein. Bedford on top, 54-49. Jumping up and down is Grogan. It's okay, I don't need the monitor. It's a luxury to have it anyway. Dribbling around into the paint is Sasso. And somehow with a left-handed up and under, it's good. Gets the bucket, gets fouled, and will go to the line and try to complete that 3-point play.
Not quite sure I saw the foul there, but
I don't think Ava saw it either, judging from her reaction.
That's her 4th. Team's 7th foul.
All my connections are loose tonight, apparently. That's a metaphor for everything. Sasso's free throw, no good. Allard sealing off well, gets the rebound, gets it to Ava. Ava yo-yoing up and down, gets it to Grogan. Now looking down low to McCarthy, who passes out of the double team to Stein. And Lila Stein gets points 4 and 5, and the Bulldogs lead by 5, 56-51. 3 minutes left in the game.
Good finish in traffic there by Stein, too.
Ava Winterburn with it over on the far side, guarded by Kate Allard. A deep 3 from Winterburn. Tried the glass again, missed the shot. McCarthy somehow gets the rebound athletically over to Allard. Now Stein, now back to Allard with the left hand. Shot no good, and they say that she was fouled, and she was fouled by Winterburn.
That's her 5th.
And that will do it for Winterburn, who also looks like she is in a bit of pain from something. It looks like some kind of abdominal core muscle issue, and unfortunate to see that happen, but that is her 5th.
And the shot on her hip, too. So she'll sit down. 18 points tonight, valiant effort, but her night is over.
She is quite a competitor. Certainly enjoyed watching her get after it. And Kate Allard will go to the line and shoot a pair. Kate with 24 so far. First one misses. The second one also no good. McCarthy gets the rebound. Bank shot high off the glass is good for Lana. And now Bedford with their biggest lead of the game, 58-51. With about 2.5 minutes left in the game. Sasso dribbling, gets it to Ruggiero. And now Meredith Winterburn leaves the game. It looks like she might have turned an ankle. And now Caroline Foreman will come in as well.
I didn't quite see where that occurred, but she's in clear and obvious pain, so Foreman comes in for her. She's pointing to her ankle as training staff comes over.
Three-pointer taken there by Sasso. Shot no good. Allard the rebound. Taking her time, bringing it up court. The Bulldogs on top by 7. 2:08 left here in the game. And the ball knocked away, but they say that Ava Vaughn committed the foul, and for her, that is her second. And now going to the line and shooting a 1-and-1 will be Kate Allard.
Coach Gibbs was not quite pleased with that drive by Kate Allard. Good result will put her to the line for the 1-and-1. But Coach Gibbs says, hey, let's be attentive to the time and clock situation here. She misses the front end. 2 minutes to go, and the Bulldogs have this lead. They want to make sure they keep it. Allard buries the little mid-range jumper and says, you know what, clock doesn't matter. I'm going to score 26 points tonight and carry this team on my back.
The degree of difficulty of free throws apparently is higher than a fadeaway jumper.
And that's a bit surprising for Allard, too. She's normally a high percentage free throw shooter. So to miss 3 of 5 tonight is, in my mind, a bit surprising. But she hasn't missed much otherwise. 15 in the first half, another 11 here in the second half, 26 total. And she put the Bulldogs on her back. McCarthy rebounding nicely here in the second half. She only had 2 points in the first half, 19 total in the game now. So those two have powered the Bedford offense now to a 9-point lead with just under 2 minutes to go.
Upcoming programming for you. The girls take the court Tuesday night against Portsmouth at 7. We'll have that one on TV. The boys at home against Keene on Friday the 27th. And ice hockey against Concord at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 28th. You can catch them on Comcast Channel 23, HD 1072, Bedford 1051, or bedfordtv.com. Be sure to check out BCTV social media and the NHCCM sports broadcast schedule for all upcoming games.
So the Grizzlies have their work cut out for them. 9-point deficit, 1:52 to play. Their primary scorer is out as she picked up her 5th foul not long ago.
Goffstown led by as many as 11 in the first half. Grogan with the steal for Bedford, dribbles into the front court and will take her time a bit. And a reaching in foul called on Maggie Sasso. I believe that is her 3rd.
Double bonus now for the Bulldogs. Sydney Grogan will shoot 2.
The Bulldogs have not had exactly a red letter day from the charity stripe.
As Grogan misses the front end here.
They are 9 of 26 by my count.
I think I know what they might be working on in practice this week.
That's a good batting average. Allard gets the rebound, misses the putback, now tries it again, misses the shot again, somehow gets another rebound. Ava Dubois winds up with a loose ball. 1:20 left here in the game, just about. Bulldogs lead by 9, 60-51. Grogan fouled, and will get a chance to up that shooting percentage. Grogan will go to the line and shoot 2.
That ball was batted around there a few times on the glass there. Allard couldn't quite get it to go on a couple of putback attempts as Sydney Grogan says, you know what, I'm not having success going straight in. I'm going to use the glass on the free throw. That's good.
And the second one from Sydney also good. So Bedford now 11 of 28, leads by 11. Tied for the biggest lead of the ball game. 1:15 left. Driving is Sasso, misses the shot. It hit every part of the rim and went about halfway down. McCarthy fights for the rebound. Ball pops out. Grogan gets it. Grogan into the front court, finds Lila Stein, and right through her mittens. And it will be Goffstown ball. 1:03 left in the game. The Bulldogs on top by 11 points.
1 minute to go. I'm impressed with this Grizzlies team here. They fought hard. They were out to a 10-point lead, but kudos to the Bulldogs for fighting back, especially in that third quarter, getting after it. Ruggiero's going to foul out too. That's her 5th, and Allard will go to the line.
Layup no good from Ruggiero. And Allard will go to the line and shoot 2. Yeah, Lana McCarthy with a gigantic second half. For those who are just joining us, our score at halftime was 35-25. Bedford has gone on a tear in the second half, 37-16. That one missed by Allard. Yes, out of character. And the second one from Kate, whoops, also no good.
McCarthy's going to pick up a loose ball foul over the top. That's her 4th.
And so Goffstown will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And not really something you want to see at that point. You don't want Goffstown to have an opportunity to score points while the clock's not moving.
Yeah, tough call there. You know, Lana usually takes advantage of her size. Kind of a ticky-tack foul. They don't pay for it as Sasso misses the front end. And now Dubois is going to look for some space in the corner. She's going to get fouled. Sasso picks up her 4th.
A lot of fouls in this one.
And usually you can ice a game at the free throw line, but
not tonight.
No icing from the line tonight.
There's icing at the bake sale on the cupcakes. And it was really good.
Iced pretzels.
The cupcakes.
Chocolate-covered pretzels.
Come on.
All right,
Ava,
there you go.
Ava gets a kind roll on that one. Makes it 63-51 Bulldogs.
40 seconds remain here.
And the second one from Ava also good. Up in that percentage, 64-51. Goffstown inbounds. Gets it to Annis. Grogan steals it. McCarthy winds up with it.
The cheetah prays again as Sydney Grogan snuck up from behind and pounced.
Yes. Over to Stein near side, and Goffstown not fouling anymore. They'll look down low at Alana McCarthy and then think better of it.
You said they weren't fouling
I said they weren't
anymore.
Fouling, and then they did. And that's a little bit confusing. Caroline Foreman picks one up. That is her first. She wanted to get in on the action.
Kate Allard back to the line. She's missed her last 5 free throws. Let's see if she can bury a pair here.
I will tell you what, as a sports psychology guy, watching the kicker for the Cowboys, Marr, who missed his first 4.
That was tough.
And then he made the 5th. But in the playoffs, the only game on TV, and you can tell when somebody's thinking. Allard misses a shot, gets the rebound, fouled again, and
guess what?
Go to the line and shoot 2 more.
Gets to go back to the line.
Please make one.
Penny Annis picks up that foul. That's her 4th.
This game has gone from a well-played, well-paced game to molasses in December. And Kate misses the first.
She's rushing, probably in her head at this point in time.
Take a breath, reset, and that one looks good. Nope.
And it's not.
Sorry.
I have a whistle here, not quite sure what it is. Maybe a lane violation, but they called it dead. Under 20 seconds to go here in the game. 13-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Sasso dribbles into the front court. Bedford leading by 13, 64-51. And Bedford will inbound the ball. Lila Stein with it.
Should just about do it.
Under 10 seconds left, and that should just about do it. You're correct. Stein spins, and this will do it. Allard over to Stein, and that'll end the ball game. So an absolute tale of 2 halves. Goffstown musters just 16 points in the second half, and the Bulldogs of Bedford score 39 in the second and win it 64-51. Your final, the Bedford Bulldogs over the Goffstown Grizzlies. Looking at the points, Ava Winterburn on top for Goffstown. She had 18. Maggie Sasso with 13. Ava Ruggiero with 9. Ava Vaughn with 7. Penny Annis 3. And Meredith Winterburn with 2. And for Bedford, we had Kate Allard with 26. 26 for Allard. McCarthy had 19, I think, was what she wound up with. Math is not always easy or correct. Sydney Grogan had 10, Lila Stein with 5, Ava Dubois with 3, and Annie Zink with 1, rounding out the scoring. But again, tale of 2 halves, and Zoe, we've talked about it several times during the game. this Bedford team relies on the energy that they bring to the court. That was what we saw in the second half. What did you see?
Yeah, that was definitely something like we were able to pick up on. I think once the fourth quarter started and they had that lead, they knew they needed to keep it up. And I think even though Goffstown kept pressing, they continued to play defensively and strongly offensively. And definitely, it was still close in the last 2 minutes, but momentum definitely shifted when Ava Winterburn got taken out. And I think from there, the Bulldogs knew they were going to play well through the end and take a win home today.
Great analysis throughout the game. Thank you for joining us today. Corey, anything you want to add before we send it back?
It's going to be a tough playoff matchup if the Bulldogs face the Grizzlies again. Again, Ava Winterburn, outstanding effort in a losing effort tonight. McCarthy was quiet in the first half, bounced back marvelously in the second half, and Kate Allard was steady throughout. Great job by the Bulldogs to get the win tonight.
Hard-fought win, but Bedford got it. The final of the game, 64-51 Bedford. Our sincere thanks to our broadcast team, Harry Kozlowski, Andrew Fenn. Thanks to Bill Carter for providing us some insight on officiating, Zoe Santos for commentary.
Dale Bird back in the studio.
Dale Bird back in the studio. Corey Munster-Tiger on color. I'm Lauren Fox for play-by-play. We will join you in several minutes for the Bedford boys basketball game tonight, and that one will be brought to you by Hall's Throat Lozenges and Ricola. Back to the Bedford BCTV studios.